Am I feeling Christmassy? I haven't really felt Christmassy since childhood. My dad and grandma passed away just before Christmas, so it's not a time I overly enjoy. I like to see the family's children at Christmas because it's really exciting time for them. Of course, it's nice to see the adults too, but I don't feel any different about seeing them than I would at any time of year. I hate people in the street saying Happy Christmas as you pass, knowing that if it wasn't Christmas, they wouldn't give you the time of day. I'm very much in the bah humbug camp. It's the 3rd of December and I'm sick of the bloody Christmas adverts. They've been going on since the end of September. Hashtag early bird. Sod off. The shops are closed for one day, Christmas Day, yet people at the supermarket have enough food to feed an army. I just want to get to the new year as fast as possible, then all can return to normal.
What is the Christmassy feeling? It's the feeling of nostalgia for first family Christmases and the magic that is conjured up with the belief in Father Christmas, the lights and familiar baubles and fairy topper, all festooned on the tree that emits a lovely aroma in the living room. Recreating that feeling as an adult, it's spending time with family, with food and drink treats, the choosing, buying, wrapping and giving of gifts. It's the sending and receiving of Christmas cards and keeping this annual connection with some friends and relatives at least. It's the feeling of a shared holiday for most and knowing for one day a year at least business is closed. But most of all, it's the coming together and the spirit of generosity and goodwill to all.
I'd say it's something about simplicity, tradition. It's a feeling of warmth in the cold and a kind of anticipation that's cosy in its predictability. It's looking forward to the pocket of time where, if you're lucky, the world doesn't exist outside your bubble of toasty tradition. When you're a kid, you're just plain excited. When you're an adult, I think you're excited to not be excited. It's anticipation of the reassuringly predictable. It's anticipation of the day we carefully obscure our designated surprises under colourful paper for maximum impact, and then spend the rest of the day being the most cheerfully unsurprising versions of ourselves, groaning at bad jokes we expected to be bad, oohing and ahhing at the blazing brandy butter on the Xmas pud, pretending it hasn't been a 2-decade staple. I think that's why we handle unpleasant surprises worse at Christmas. It's against the unspoken rules to be unpleasant, or surprising, or untraditional, or different to your own ghost of Christmas past, the one they set the place at the table for.
Do I feel Christmassy? I look back in my past, looking for times when I've had the Christmas feeling. They must have existed because I know what it feels like. I can pinpoint an occasion in the town of my childhood. I was crossing the road, alone, excited about something, whether that was a result of the goodwill that I felt around me, the promise of people who felt the same way. I was probably going to a pub. I don't feel Christmassy. It depends on things that are in the past. At least I don't belong to the generation that now makes it happen. But then there's unbroken continuity or history. People getting together at this time of year. Maybe I can feel that. I tried to ignore the question, but if so, why did I bring it up anyway? I try to distance myself and end up being alone. I don't feel sorry about that. Or I'll end up feeling like an atheist at a revival. I should have dashed around the globe visiting my family, but now the globe's infectious. The thought blooms from the fearful depths. I've got to go shopping. I just hope Amazon will help me out. I can't be bothered. I sit here and write my confession, my apology. Or maybe I should go to midnight mass. I may have done that. I've certainly experienced Christian mysticism in Westminster Abbey, the communion service, the mind-piercing discordance of the choir in your face in the small chapel. They conjured up an experience I'll never forget. But it's not all spiritual. Retail kings from the Orient flex their marketing muscles. The tinselled red-wrapped idols of want, its pinnacle in the great unboxing on Christmas Day, with all the trappings of food, the Christmas carols from King's College, Cambridge, the Queen's speech, the film that was always associated with Christmas Day, Where Eagles Dare, on afternoon TV. I think that's feeling Christmassy.
The Christmas feeling is often associated with a time of joy and goodwill to all men. But it is also remembering those for whom Christmas isn't always an easy time.